Best of 5, good. I'll say question mark. Really hoping that they agree, because that's like pretty much all we do these days. Best of 5s. We dabbled in, well, most of the time in the beginning it was best of 7s. They both said yeah, like a split second before that started. That was close. That was close. Whoa, the year. It's happened. King Spectre, welcome back.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary,
You've made the past year of my life better in every conceivable way. Thank you for everything. Less than 3.
Oh, well then. That was good. That was a good start. Let's try that again. Let's give it a go.
The bookmark for Twitch in my bookmarks bar has the URL for your Twitch page, so that even when I click the notification too fast and Twitch says you are not live when you actually are, I still get right to where I unicorn to be.
I need to be. Yeah. On Arrow, I appreciate the 5 months. That is a huge commitment. I appreciate that as well. Thanks for bookmarking me. The URL to my Twitch. That is that's the future of commitment. All right, let's do this. Let's get underway for a pretty exciting 1v1 series. This is a best of 5 Jessie versus ClayX, and we have the winner of the EU 12 Titans qualifier versus a player who got eliminated round 1 in the EU 12 Titans qualifier. But we got to remember that was a best of 1 scenario, and I don't want to take anything away from ClayX's win. The only reason I mentioned that fact is because Jessie has far more experience in 1v1 series. That is where he's gonna excel. I forgot to ask you guys if we were in sync sound-wise. So somebody please tell me, is the sound in sync for the game sound? If not, I'll try and fix it. My bad, I forgot. I have been rushing the stream to get started. I've been so busy this week, I just wanted to stream as soon as I got home. So yeah, somebody tell me. One of my mods, please tell me, is this in sync? Does it look okay to you? Sounds perfect. I really hope you're telling the truth. It's off to a good start here. This may be a closer match than I thought it was going to be. Even though Jessie comes in as the first round loser in the 12 Titans qualifier, and ClayX won the same qualifier, I had Jessie as the favorite here. I still think Jessie is the favorite. Looks okay to you? All Gucci. Thanks 5 matches, King Spectre, and everybody else who said that it was good. We're going to stick with it. I can't believe Brian is still going. I'll catch up with all those notifications at the end of the match. I appreciate all the support as always, guys. There's Jessie's patented near post demo on the wall. He's got his first goal just before a minute is gone. ClayX, of course, still in the lead though. That is right. 2 is greater than 1. Jessie has proven in the past to be a very good series player if he's, playing well on any given day. I have to keep mentioning this mostly because I feel really bad. I misspoke. In one of my previous casts of Jessie, I accidentally forgot his best ever series win in 1v1 at least, and that was of course beating Fairy Peak in a best of 5, which is obviously going to be a good result for anyone in the world. And I forgot. I told you guys I couldn't remember anyone that Jessie had won against in a show match, except one of the times he played Scrub and Farah, I think was the 2 that I remember. But there was Fairy Peak as well, so Jessie has had some pretty good results, and that's like in best of series. In a best of 1, I think ClayX would win. So I'm thinking game 1, let's go for ClayX. Beyond then, let's go for Jessie. I think as a favorite. Whoa, $50 to the winner from Jackbo. It's been a while since we had a prize pool, so there is exactly that. I'll go ahead and get that prize pool up on the screen after this match for all of you guys to see. Jessie going for another one of his favorite offensive strategies there, popping the ball slowly at the opponent's neck, kind of faking an air dribble, but then he quickly leaves the ball behind him intentionally. He didn't mean to air dribble that. He deliberately left the ball behind him so that he could try and bump ClayX out of the air. Didn't work this time, and that means Jessie's going to have to be really careful moving forward. ClayX was very ready for that, managed to easily defend it, and of course all-in moves like that where you're taking yourself way out of the game are very dangerous, especially if you're already losing in ones and there's a long time left. You're making it harder on yourself to even get that comeback. Good speed though by Jessie, cutting in field very early. ClayX perhaps expecting him to go all the way back into the corner. That front flip does indicate that ClayX was expecting Jessie to run the ball all the way across the field. He was getting ready to secure the boost in the back corner, maybe make a challenge of a line dribble. 2 goals in, Jessie now in control. great position here at the near post. ClayX early turn. Jessie does see that, but he's not able to get the ball underneath ClayX, who also 50-50'd pretty well. Jessie's still a lot of work to do, even though it's a relatively close game. He's not had too many chances compared to his opponent. And ClayX is someone who has shown us in that 12 Titans qualifier that he's an extremely momentum-based player. He's got started rolling really, really well early in that tournament, taking down the #1 seed OSM. And he never looked back. He just dominated everybody he played against. He's got to be careful for those demos, though. That's his second demo goal for Jessie. Of course, 67% of his goals this game have been from demos. Haircut? Nah, no haircut. It's just probably because I've been walking about outside all day and the wind has been battering me. So that'll explain the hair. Don't worry about it. Certainly not new. 1 goal game here. Jessie runs up the wall, gets away from a potential demo of Clay. I really do think this series will come down to 50-50s, bumps, demos, that kind of physical game, because ClayX does love to play high aggression, high octane gameplay. Get it, because he was doing an aerial in 1v1. But Jessie, of course, maybe keeps it a little bit lower, but still never afraid of a 50-50, never afraid of a challenge, never afraid of a dunk, a block, or any demo bump, anything like that. That's Jessie's gameplay. He just likes to try to tell people.
Jonathan, how do I unsubscribe?
Mate.
Anyway, I would love to see cuts.
I'll explain again, because I know there's still probably a couple people who are subscribed and they don't know how to unsubscribe. You just go to your subscriptions tab in your Twitch settings. Kick off by play. Jessie spots it. Not the best flick though. However, still in a decent spot up until ClayX easily saved that second shot. I'm going to be paying close attention, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing to ClayX's flicks, because like I've said many times before, flicks are usually something that players who are new to the stream get wrong. Even players who have been coming on and winning their debut performance have not been succeeding in flicks. Yeah, hold on, I'm going to skip this. It's just like stupid. Sorry, like I know you guys love spamming numbers, but I can't be bothered with it right now. I've been up all day. I just can't be bothered with Brian. I'm trying to talk here and he's just saying this number. I'm not even listening. Whoa, is that rounded up? That's almost like 50 quid. More than 50 quid prize pool, and Jessie ties it. I feel almost obliged to say like something like, I don't know, I'm just guessing. $60 prize pool, by the way. I feel like I should tell them, because if somebody throws this game thinking, it doesn't mean anything, and then they find out after that there's a prize pool, they'll feel really bad. And the fact that we are dead even, of course, makes it pretty fair that I'm telling them that there's a prize pool as well. Of course, if anybody does donate right now during the show match, it will go to that prize pool. Winner takes all up until $100, then we'll do a little split 70-30 for the rest of the money. Jessie, good outplays, following as well, gets enough power on it to put it past Clay and into the net. And he has given himself the first lead of the match here. Oh, King Spectre, no! That 1-bit cheer has given King Spectre the orange butthole cheer emote. What are you doing? At least Jessie's found a much better looking orange hole, the one that he just put the ball in, and that's going to give him a 2-0 or 2-goal lead, and probably a 1-game lead in this series. He's likely to take this one. ClayX has to do something magical to get the ball into the goal in time to even have a chance to score another. It isn't going to happen. He tried to get it in quick, wasn't fast enough, didn't get it in at all. Anyway, Jessie 1-0. A good start by Clay, but Jessie, strong rebound. He managed to come back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I mean,
in brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. Happy anniversary, Johnny. Thanks for everything less than 3.
Mate, I mean, I know the orange cheer badge is ugly, but that is not that is not the way I was expecting you to get rid of it. Just know this, King Spectre. The green one is great. The green cheer badge is a fantastic look on you. You never need to cheer again. Oh, Jessie he does hit his bump air dribble Look at this, for all of you guys who are new to this strategy, he's deliberately flying in front of the ball there, bumps ClayX. And I'd love to see him do more of this, because although it didn't work the first time, he's got 50% success rate now with that strategy. He's really good at it. I want to see him keep on working on this strategy. If there's any way that you're going to get inside your opponent's head and start to make them think that this game is just unwinnable, that's how you do it. You just bump them while you're in the air. He's going for it again. I love this from Jessie, because even if it doesn't work, this is going to make ClayX completely change up his defensive stance. He's going to have to start challenging much earlier, with the knowledge that if he doesn't, Jessie's just going to bump him out of the air. And is he going to try it himself? I would love a little bit of counterplay from Clay. Just bring his own aggressive game to the table. Fight fire with fire, if you will. This just shows you, like, Jessie really could have, on his day, given it a good run during that 12 Titans qualifier. Of course, there were numerous players who could. I thought Sebadan was a favourite going into that one. He didn't get it on the day, but it was always a possibility. Great experienced player. And you never know, maybe in the future there will be more of those opportunities for these guys. That is actually going to roll in. Jessie 2-0. Nika, thanks for the tenner. Do you want that in the prize pool? I just have to ask in case I put money somewhere you don't want it. I completely forgot to put a prize pool up on the stream. I'm going to do it right now because I meant to do that. But I got distracted by King Spectre's ridiculous generosity and incredible looking green butthole. I'm trying to... Oh no, it's not working. Hold on, let me try and trying to get this donation goal. Okay, we got it. Right, sorry for not looking at the game. Jessie again successful with that same strategy though. This is honestly the future of 1v1 air dribbles. This is so hard to defend. He doesn't actually make contact with Clay there, but Clay is so worried about his presence, and that is enough to put him off track. Let me just add up what donations that we had so far. 2781 plus 37. What is that? Oh no, that's like 5781 plus 7, 6481 or something.
A joyful, ugly new
call it 65.
Badge. Everyone should laugh at him. Also, Johnny.
Yeah.
Is this a best of 3 or a best of
5?
52 Quinn
Oh, for goodness.
953?
Get out of here with your stupid numbers, for goodness sake. It looks like it might be a 3-game series, but only because Jessie is playing so well. He has stepped up once again. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm trying to do this like a donation goal to show the prize pool, and it's not working again. Oh, do you know what it is? It's because I wrote 2017 and that's in the past. I'm still living in the past. This is a disaster. Okay, I think I might have got it. Just in time for ClayX to, hopefully for his sake, get some sort of comeback on the go. There we go. Okay, we did it. So that's the prize pool is currently at. If you want donations to go to it, then please, let me know. Or actually, no, you don't need to let me know the message. It will automatically appear up there. All donations will appear in the prize pool and go to the winner of this match. Right now, looking like an early 2018 gift to Jessie, unless ClayX can do something miraculous. And I did tell you guys, my own prediction for this was ClayX game 1, and then Jessie from then on. So I thought Jessie might figure him out a little bit, start to figure out his own game. It has gone that way, but Jessie figured it out earlier than I expected. He actually managed to figure out Clay earlier in the series, like during game 1, and win that. Why 100 not 420? I was just trying to get it out there as fast as possible. There is no real goal. Like the only that's a bit of a mistake. The only reason I type or use donation goal is because it's the only way that I can have an automatic system.
Use the wind to style it every day.
Use the wind to style it every day.
Thanks for doing what you do.
That would mean having to go outside every day. I don't know if I want to go outside. I'm a gamer at heart. Jessie 6-0. It is turning into the series I expected, but more one-sided. ClayX is struggling. He doesn't have the same mojo that he had when he was winning 12 Titans EU quals, and in fact his opponent does. Jessie going for another bump there. I would not have been surprised to even see a double jump challenge with no boost from Jessie, because he's 6-0 up. He's got to be feeling pretty good right now, but now he's going to be feeling pretty dead. And it is Clay with the first of, hopefully in his world, many goals for game 2. Appreciate all the support again, guys. I'll catch up with all the alerts at the end of the series. I can't keep up with them right now without just completely losing track of this commentary. Late dodge by Jessie, not effective. That is going to in fact give Clay another goal, and Jessie has got to be careful because he did have that 6-goal lead. Now it's cut to 4, and going for all-in moves like that, where he's flipping late and trying a highly mechanically difficult move, a highly difficult move timing-wise. Maybe not the wisest decision if he already has the lead. I think he's going to be okay though for now. Oh, this is okay. I'm not skipping this.
Pretty terrifying.
Very terrifying. I turned up the color. Actually, I'll show YouTube this as well at the end of the series. Somebody remind me after this game is over, or the series, to show you guys what it looks like with the different settings on my webcam. So I turned up the color because I have my light off, and I just looked really dark. So I decided to change that. My voice is delayed. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Everything's broken. Professional streamer, by the way. Jessie probably going to go 8-2. Never mind. Open net too strong. 7-2 it is. Still looking good though. And on the turn, I'm pretty sure that is going to win the game for him. The fact that he's able to secure that possession and take away ClayX's boost in one fell swoop. 30 seconds remains. Jessie is poised to take this series. It's going to be very difficult for Clay to come back. He is, remember guys, he is formerly known as Alex, what was it, 35351. You might have seen, all of you guys who are paying eagle-eye close attention to the 1v1 leaderboard, you might have seen this guy on there in the past. It's not, he's not just someone who's come completely out of nowhere. Of course, still though, on his debut for a 1v1 show match, and players on their 1v1 debut recently have been doing better than I would, you know, overall usually expect. You'd usually expect players in their debut to do quite badly, and I think that now we have really high expectations for everybody because they all come in and do really well. But no, it's incredibly difficult. Clay is under a lot of pressure here against one of the most experienced veterans of 1v1 show matches. Alright, here's color intensity. So this is what happens if I turn it down. See that? Now you can see my green screen because it's not green anymore. So the more I turn up color density, the more green my green screen becomes, and that makes it like disappear more. That's the real reason I turned it on, or turned up color density on my webcam. Because without it, you'd probably see like little dots behind me floating about, and it's not pretty to look at. Unlike the invisible wall, you're probably all just wishing I was invisible as well, so you don't have to look at me or my nose, as you guys always say. 2-0 Jessie. Currently maining 2v2 and 3v3 in Rocket League. He's just started grinding rank A, I believe, trying to get into rank X, and then maybe, you know, look for a GFIN or an RLCS team. RLRS, of course, he'd have to go through first. ClayX, meanwhile, playing for the Spanish Orgic Sixtens, is struggling to get off the mark in this series at all. Led for most of game one, but it's all been downhill since then. It has absolutely all been downhill since then. Jessie has dominated in every single aspect of the match, including face-offs. Jessie's face-off has been exceptional. He's not been scoring many kickoff goals, but he's been at least forcing the possession into areas of the field he can follow up on quicker. Well, this was a big misplay. Backing off was certainly unnecessary there for Jessie. He just turned really slowly and gave ClayX a free dribble. Still has the lead though in this third game. And now looking for that low 50-50, gets it to work in a sort of effective fashion. He won't be incredibly happy with what happened there. The outcome, of course, that he was looking for was a direct dunk goal. But Jessie has to remember, this is absolutely fine. He is under control. He's still got the lead. Let's just work the ball back into our own half, then pressure ClayX again. Worked out wonderfully here, and ClayX out of boost and out of time, and almost out of this match. Losing 3-0, 50 seconds into the game. It's looking very like game 2 already. How can he get back to the way he started game 1? That was the only time during this match that he was able to stay toe-to-toe with Jessie, who's got some good off-the-wall mechanics with the air dribble follow. Is that just going to dip in? Almost. Jessie dunks it in. Thanks again. You guys are dropping some pretty big donations today for the prize pool. I do like to see that. Jessie and Clay getting an opportunity to fight for not only for pride, not only for your guys' entertainment, but also for some dough. Of course, Jessie is these days looking to stream more often himself on Twitch. So if you like watching high level 1v1 play and 2v2 play, I'm only kidding. Jessie's stream, of course, very entertaining. I fully commend it to all of you. Go check him out. Alright, I'll let that one fly. It's not numbers, so I'll let it fly. And just look at how much better Jessie is doing than Clay at avoiding those demos from behind. The first game, Clay fell to 2 demo goals, and then he lost the match by 2 goals. Jessie, meanwhile, running up that back wall, doing a great job, escaping, and almost catches Clay in that same position. This time Clay did well enough. He got away from Jessie. Hook shot is good. That's a great placement on the shot from ClayX. But take a look at this one from Jessie's POV. He expected fully for the ball to go across the goal, and look how deceptive ClayX's line was. He cut across the ball very sharply, but he decided to clip it with the outside edge of his car, not the inside edge like you'd usually expect for a hook shot. And that's why Jessie was completely wrong-footed, or wrong-wheeled, I guess, by that one. But guess who else is wrong-wheeled? ClayX sticks it into his own net, not for the first time, and this is, again, masterful from Jessie. Slowing down the air dribble this time, and Clay going a little bit too far, a little bit too fast, and gives Jessie the 3-goal lead right back. This really does look like it could be a 3-0. ClayX has got so much work to do. I don't tell you guys that just to shut the guy down and turn you all away from believing in him. It's just to accentuate the comeback should it occur. It's going to be such a tough road, and that is a perfect half flip from Jessie. He could have half flipped one of 2 ways here, and he managed to stabilize perfectly facing the ball. That was what he did well in that situation. Very important to be able to half flip in both directions, especially if you're playing with controller. Keyboard, of course, less necessary because you can go straight back very easily on default controls. Controller, I would definitely suggest learning all 3 half flips. The one straight back, and also the 5 o'clock and the 7 o'clock half flip. That's the left and right, depending which way you're facing. And this is just not looking good for ClayX. He finally gets the demo, though. That is exactly what he needed. Right after missing the rebound. Doesn't give up on the play. Spots the opportunity to catch Jessie sleeping as Jessie's just grabbing the boost in the corner. Thinks he's got the ball for free. No, not this time. ClayX did stick around. And he might get rewarded with a kickoff goal as well. Yes, he will. Jessie not going to be able to catch it. And suddenly we have a 2-goal game from what looked like it was going to be a 4-goal game, and Jessie on the possession, which, you know, might as well be a 5-goal game with how this series has been going. This is turning now into the opposite of game 1. We had game 1, Clay in the lead all the way through. Jessie started clawing his way back in there, and then managed to get into the lead and stay in the lead. But again, he slams ClayX into the net. And this time there was nothing ClayX could do. He's trying to hover in the way of the ball, but Jessie's hit it so slowly he can boost way ahead of it. And he just slams ClayX into the net. Doesn't just bump him away from it, but sends him flying. Jessie's having so much success with the air dribble into the aerial bump. And a bump there is just as effective as a demo, taking his opponent out of the game for so long. Oh, that's not a good recovery though by Jessie, thinking he's landed with all 4 wheels. Hits the jump button. He had not quite landed, and therefore his jump was a dodge because not all 4 wheels were touching the ground. Recovery time takes much longer in that situation. Now he's only up by 2. It was pretty aggressive to go up there once again. I've got to criticize Jessie. If he's up against a ClayX on his A game here, who's going to be taking the next 2 opportunities in this match, because I'm sure he will get 2 looks at Jessie's goal in 1 minute 30 seconds. And we know he's a very capable defender as well. That sort of ClayX is not somebody you want to be giving free goals to, and Jessie did just do that. Looking again for the low boost bump or demo on the back wall. ClayX has evaded him. Jessie getting a bit of a fortunate tag onto ClayX there, or else Clay might have been through. Again, though, running high on the wall, getting away from that potential demo danger. 2 goals still. Jessie, not a good jump to lead into his flick attempt. And a game that looked like it was way out of ClayX's reach is looking closer and closer to his grasp now as he puts another one in. And he made this one look easy. Jessie steps forward, Clay sees him, puts it off the wall. Not even close to a successful contest for the Dutchman. 46 seconds, 1 goal, and ClayX is on the warpath. This is the sort of momentum that he showed us winning the 12 Titans EU qualifier, and he might have started up again. He squeezes it in. Jessie couldn't get back and stop the kickoff goal. Not the first time this game that ClayX has scored a goal and then right afterwards scored a kickoff goal. I am a bit worried for Jessie's mental stability right now, because losing a goal and then a kickoff goal right after tells me one thing, that you're still thinking about what you just did wrong, not thinking about what you should be doing next. And now it's ClayX on the ball. We are all tied up. He has got the boost advantage though. Jessie cuts in field, but he has no boost, and ClayX perfectly identifies that fact. Slaps it over Jessie's head. He knew that Jessie had no boost here, and he just turns, beats him to it, gets the 1-goal lead. I can't believe this, but somehow ClayX has managed to get he's got a foothold, and he's starting to climb back into the series with a great turnaround in game 3. Can he grab this boost? Not quite, but he might stick around. Jessie did well to get the ball away from danger. Needs to do more than that though. And ClayX is up again. He's beaten Jessie to the ball once more in the midfield. Is he going to be able to put this in? Yes, he is. Jessie once again just slightly too late to the party. And great placement on the initial hit from ClayX. He didn't care so much about putting it on target as he did just getting it away from the flailing Jessie, who was already trailing by a goal. Clay knew he didn't need to score direct. Why not just put it past him? Waste some time. And we are going to go to game 4. ClayX has done it. Jessie unable to sweep this. Like it was really starting to look like he would. What are we up to now? That looks like £80 exactly in the prize pool. So still probably just about in winner takes all territory. I think 80 quid is probably like $115. If we go like significantly over the $100, we'll split. We'll start to do a distribution like we usually do. That's just standard procedure. Oh no, Jessie telling me he's getting a bit worn out. He's hoping he can finish it this game, because he is at the end of a long day of grinding Rocket League, and he's starting to feel a bit fatigued. So it's very important for Jessie that he wins it all here. If ClayX takes another one, I am very worried for the man who is formerly known as Jesse Pinkman. He, interestingly enough, some bit of Jessie trivia for you, had to change his name because RLCS rules did not allow him to be called Jesse Pinkman, which I thought was pretty funny. He used to be called Jesse Pinkman on Twitch with 2 A's and 2 N's, or 3 N's, I can't remember. He was a big Jesse Pinkman fanboy. Don't really blame him. I'm sure all of you who have watched Breaking Bad would agree. But he's got to win this match very badly, and for the time being, Clay is doing a great job reading Jesse's offense. That's 2 attacks that he has easily swatted aside. He did not have any difficulty defending the last 2 attacks of Jessie. But that is not what we could say about ClayX in the end of game 1, game 2, start of game 3. Is absolutely what we could say about ClayX in game 4, though. Jessie is looking in trouble. Even though it's 1-0, this is looking so bad. He's got to do something drastic. ClayX has just annihilated him from the match and put it into the open net. I don't know, is it just ClayX needs to be on the brink before he starts playing his A game? I mean, that would explain his 12 Titans EU qualifier run. He's on the brink the entire time. Best of 1 will bring out the best in some people and the worst in others. ClayX excelled in that environment. Jessie did not. Now in the series environment, Jessie seems to be doing a lot better. Is it going to stay that way? Things are not always what they seem. ClayX has a little bit of alone time with the open net. Jessie back in time to stop him. Did take a little bit too long. Yeah, I mean, I said he had some alone time, but not that much. He's going to have more alone time here, and Jessie, no boost to get back, is going to concede the lead for the second time in match 4. And like I said, if ClayX can win this, what on earth does Jessie do going into game 5? He started off game 3 so well, scored in the aerial, or the air dribble into aerial bumps. But that mojo is completely gone. It's looking like ClayX is the one who's starting to pop off, starting to control the series, starting to read everything that Jessie is doing, and again, just shuts down Jessie's attack before it even gets started. Gets the boost steal. Jessie will struggle to make anything of this.
Love the content. Keep it up, man.
Thank you. Appreciate all of the support as always, guys. I'll just reiterate, I will catch up with all the alerts when the series is over. I realize it's going on a bit now, so if you do have to leave before I say thank you to you, then I do want to thank you anonymously. Not anonymously, but just thank you. I haven't read the names yet, but it is much appreciated. All the support as always. 3-1 though. It is happening. Somehow it is happening. And I've got to give some more criticism to Jessie, but just to reiterate on what I've already said, he did not need to go for some of the risky offensive moves that he went for when he was already in the lead last game. He was already winning, and we did get to see why it is so dangerous to make risks, or to take risks, even if you're ahead by multiple goals in 1v1. Don't take risks, because if your opponent scores off one of your risky plays, suddenly you've got a kickoff, the most volatile state in the entire game, even more volatile in Texas, and that's not something you want to be defending against. You'd much rather be where Jessie is now, being able to control his boost situation, being able to control his positioning a little bit more, not randomly spawn and then have to take an absolute 50-50. Still though down by 2 goals, and ClayX is not looking at all uncomfortable. Finally Jessie with a great play. That was really well played, popping it up to the sidewall and then beating it to the bounce. Jessie taking the shortcut through the air. ClayX ran up the wall, and of course that was the longer of 2 sides of the triangle. Still though looking great on the kickoff. It really has changed from earlier in the series where Jessie was dominating. That's a good wave dash by Jessie to try and close some distance. Doesn't work, but still good idea to try to beat ClayX to that ball. And a good move in as well on what he identified as a fake air dribble. Jessie's doing a lot of things right at the moment. Unfortunately, he finds himself on the wrong side of a 1-goal lead. ClayX has had the vast majority of the possession and the territory in this 4th game. Jessie trying to do his best. Beta scrub killer impression. Swatting shots to the side, but he's moved in so aggressively. And that shows you how desperate Jessie feels. If he really thinks this is the best chance he's going to get to equalise, with almost a minute and a half left on the clock, he goes at an exceptionally risky rebound.
In a survival mode format, how many 7-year-olds do you think you could fend off with your bare hands before they get the better of you? I'm
depends,
Flowers,
like
the average-sized 7-year-old. You and them are both completely unarmed.
How many 7-year-olds could you fend off? Oh, what save by Jessie, getting the double. And that might have just saved his hopes to win this series in 4 games. Of course, he's far from doing just that at the moment. I'll come back to that great question later, Polly GG, but we are in the final minute now. Jessie still 2 goals down, and it has been completely one-way traffic. He just can't get the ball off ClayX. He's running rings around him. It's such a change from what we saw earlier in the series. It's like they've swapped their energy. Well, all the energy and all the speed that we saw from Jessie early in the series had just been transferred into ClayX's car, and now this guy's unstoppable. Jessie can't even get the ball off him. This is approaching 40 seconds of play where ClayX has been dictating every second of it the whole time. Oh, he might have turned really high though. Good recovery. Slaps Jessie to the halfway line. Is that GG game 4? ClayX with no interest in allowing Jessie to come in and take the ball. He might have to concede the last few seconds though to the Dutchman, who is up and gets the fake and the 4-pinch underneath Clay. That is a phenomenal play by Jessie. Very few ways to reliably score. Squashes it right under Clay, and are we going to see shenanigans on the kickoff? It might not be over just yet. Is it going to go up? It is in fact going to go up. Jessie has a chance. Clay closing the distance, but Jessie keeps it up again. It's going to roll. Stays up. Jessie on 0 seconds puts it in. And ClayX gets punished for closing the distance. He tried to go for a 50-50. All he needed was the ball to touch the ground, but it rolled all the way around the corner. You've got to be kidding me. Jessie losing by 2 goals with 2 seconds left ties the game. And he has a chance still to end this in 4 games. Not in a good spot though. Clay first up on the play in overtime. Not the best flick. Jessie, comfortable save. Has lots of boost to spare. And now he's looking ready to win this in 4. Gets slapped from behind though. Got more defending to do. ClayX, gotta remember, he's looking to take this to game 5. It's all happening right now. Jessie pinches it clear. He's closing the distance. Doesn't want to give Clay space because that has not worked at all this entire match. Good timing by Jessie on the dodge, but he gets again demoed from behind. ClayX versus the open net, puts it in, and we go to game 5. Despite one of the best 0-second comebacks I've ever seen from Jessie, he still does not get rewarded, and we do go to game 5. The fatigue is going to continue to build for Jessie, who's been playing Rocket League all day, he says. And if he doesn't get more possession in this last game, I can't see him winning. It was an incredible mind game, and then 0-second juggle by Jessie that managed to to take the game into overtime. A game which he barely touched the ball. Let's be honest. He couldn't get near Clay. He was getting outpaced left, right, and center. No, it's not, dude. It's not scripted. Why is every best of 5 goes to 5 games? I'm not complaining, but like, people are gonna start getting suspicious. I mean, you guys are already suspicious because you're all Illuminati, like tinfoil hat people. Shoe on head. Oh, Jessie with a miss on a routine save. And like I said, is this fatigue starting to take its toll? Jessie, he agreed to take the series, but told me he's been playing threes most of the day, and he wasn't expecting to play his best. Still, I'm sure, expected himself to be the winner here, because Jessie is very confident in these show matches. Again, going for that near post demo on the wall. It's turning into an extremely unsuccessful strategy, just because people are so good at seeing it coming. Clay running all the way up to the roof there just to get away. Hook shot gets saved. Great recovery by Jessie as well. Clay might not be ready for this. Does get a decent challenge, but Jessie almost caught him off guard with a good landing on the inside of the goal. So many demos. This is turning into a series that is all about the demos, but Clay once again takes the lead and continues the pendulum swinging in his direction. It just passed the middle and is starting to swing up now towards ClayX winning. Literally read the script. It's just like wrestling. One day, I mean, I want to actually do this. Let me just, before this match gets close to the end, ask you guys, do you want me to do like pre-match interviews with players one day for a show match, and then we could do post-match interviews as well? What do you think about that? I want to give it a go. I don't know how I'll do it, like you know, how serious I'll make it, but I definitely want to give it a go. Jessie, he made the comeback in game 4. He's got to try and focus on the positive things here. What are the positive things? He has had great success with some of his own favorite ways to score, such as air dribble into aerial bump, and he managed to make that crazy comeback at the end of game 4. He's got to focus on that, focus on the positives, just say, hey, I've got this, I can clutch this. I'm the more experienced player here. This is game 5. Experience counts in game 5. And that is where mistakes are going to start creeping in. The lack of experience from ClayX. It's not really shown up too many times. Right there. Bit of a miss on what looked like a pretty easy save. So both these guys have done that once this game. Jessie, of course, conceding his first goal of game 5 with a pretty easy save, getting whiffed. Clay still has the lead. That's a good half flip by Jessie. He realized he was getting beaten to the ball. Still gets taken out of the game though. And he used a lot of boost to recover. Clay once again looking for that infield dribble. He's trying to get past Jessie, not put it onto the goal directly. Just make sure he gets past his opponent. But he's rewarded with Jessie in the midfield, which is not something you want. And there he is going for the strat once again, and he nails it. It's so good when it works. And Jessie continues to make it work. Just flies so far in front of the ball and puts ClayX into the crossbar this time. And we're all tied up, just about half the game gone. Just over $100 on the line here. Almost, I think, winner takes all of it. It's close to $100. And Jessie gets the lead. The first lead he's had in such a long time, it seems. We have to remember he was leading games 2-0 and leading game 3 by, I think, 4 or 5 goals. 4, I think. At least 3. I forget the exact number, but he was winning game 3 by multiple goals before ClayX started to come back, and then eventually took that and then led and controlled game 4 all the way. I'd say, like, for game 4. Oh, wait, is that in? Are you kidding me? Somehow this ball finds the back of the net. It looked like ClayX was going to be able to run this clear, but he's jumped too far off the wall, put it into his own post, and that is an immediate punish. ClayX, I'm not sure if he should have been jumping there. Was there a reason to jump off the wall? That's like taking the angle that he's hitting the ball a little bit too far. Before that, I was going to say that in Game 4, I'd say ClayX was in control for 4 minutes and 58 seconds, and then Jessie just picked up the last 2 and grabbed 2 goals. And look at him going once again for his aerial bump attempt. Just narrowly missing this time, and the ball was on target. It's worth mentioning Jessie not only doing well with his accuracy in the air, but also putting the ball into not only a good trajectory, but also a good speed before he's going for the aerial bump. Not easy to do. Certainly not as easy as it looks, and Jessie's making it look easy today. And suddenly, 5-goal swing. They're just like, this is just swings and roundabouts, this game. Everything, like, swings in the match, and then my predictions going round in circles. Everything I say just seems to be proven false. These guys not interested. Not interested in playing by the rules. Oh wait, somehow this goes in. I'm sorry guys for not like I'm sorry for not adequately hyping up these goals, but I really don't expect this to go in. What on earth happened to Jessie? Oh, he just pre-jumped and then missed. Not sure why Jessie's double jump pre-jump in there. Seemed a bit unnecessary. Seemed a little bit overkill in the vertical department. But he is from the Netherlands, so he's got pretty high standards when it comes to height. 5-3. Jessie looking to get his 3-goal lead back. It's looking all too easy for Jessie right now to create chances. Now ClayX with a good block though. Puts himself in the one spot that he could save that. Oh, gets scammed at the near post by Jessie, who's off for the boost. Again looking for that demo in the corner. Final minute now. It's now or never for ClayX. I was criticizing Jessie when he was 1 goal down for going for an extremely risky opportunity. ClayX has got to realize this is a match that's been dominated by Jessie, and he's not likely to get too many more chances. He really has to take them. Tries to catch the ball with a harsh cut. Jessie beats him to it. And now 40 seconds left. ClayX not up fast enough. Jessie doesn't get the double touch though. Overhitting the setup. But he doesn't, of course, need another goal. All Jessie needs to do is sit on this lead, but he's not done that. As he opens up the gates for ClayX once again. Fortunately for Jessie, ClayX did not land well. Now ClayX is stepping forward. He knows he needs to score. He's making the right moves here. Trying to win the possession, and it looks like he might. Jessie is doing a great job closing the distance, but he's taking himself out of the game. Jessie going high and wide at the same time. Gets dribbled for his trouble, and it is happening again. You have got to be kidding me. But somehow, a match that looked completely over is now on the brink. 1 goal in it. 3 seconds remain. We saw it happen last game in 2 seconds. ClayX, can he keep it up? He doesn't have the boost. That's going to be GG's. Oh my goodness. If ClayX had more boost, he might have been able to put that into the goal, but unfortunately uses too much on the run-up, and Jessie takes it 3-2. What a series. What a script. I want to just give a little clap at to my script writers on that one. That was some good stuff. Man alive. I enjoyed that one a lot. But great series. The aggressive plays from Jessie to take the lead. ClayX bouncing back with just great possession play and not getting tilted by Jessie's 0-second equalizer in Game 4. Takes it into Game 5 and almost tying the last game as well. Jessie, how scared were you when you lost that kickoff? 5-4 up 5-4 in the last game, and then you lose a kickoff with 3 seconds left. How scared were you? Like, where did your heart end up? Like, mouth? Like, did you spit it out? Like, where was it exactly? That's all I want to know. But there is going to be £83 10. Let me just Google what that is in dollars, because I know most of you guys work in dollars. Alright, we're looking at $113. So usually what I do is I just do first 100, winner takes all, and then I do 70-30 for the rest. But I mean, since it's such a small amount, like 70% of 13 is nice. So yeah, we'd be paying out ClayX literally $4. So I mean, I'll see. Jessie, do you want to how do you want to split this $113 prize pool, do you think? Because my usual the way that I usually split it is really good for prize pools less than 100 and like that are a significant bit more than 100, like 150, 60. But when it's like really close to 100 but a little bit more, it just gets a bit sillier. Like $4 to ClayX. I don't know. Shall I just give him 13, or do you want to like take it all? How generous are you feeling, man? Yeah, GG's, great stuff. I'm gonna catch up with all the subs. I'll figure out what to do with that money. I'll make a note for Jessie over Clay. That was a great debut as well for Clay. I've got to say, what a comeback to take that all the way down to the wire. Great comebacks from both players. Like series game comeback for Jessie, but or no, for Clay, but last second give him 25%. All right, I'll do that, Jessie. I'll do that.